Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command Orion Pirates Plus Mod. I'm Fleet Admiral Tirak in the destroyer Argus. Technically the USS Emnier, but I'm not going to sell my destroyer at this time because we are so low on prestige. And well, if you don't have some kind of escort at this point of the game, you're in a bit of trouble. So last time we did lose our heavy battlecruiser, which was not good, but we managed to replace it in relatively short order. But that does set us back in the process of, basically revamping our whole fleet to have 3 heavy battlecruisers, which is kind of the goal at this point. But yeah, enough about complaining about our previous losses. We have almost taken the Klingon Empire. The Klingon homeworld has been assaulted several times, and well, we haven't managed to take it quite yet, but we are going to start working on everything else. So let's get back into it, let's get back to the front line, and let's kick some butt. So we're going to head back to the Galactic North. We're going to skip Kronos because we can't kill it right now, I don't think anyway. We are going to continue the encirclement, sieged out as best we can, go on a scouting mission. That way if things get above our head, well, we can get the heck out of there. So hit that red alert switch, go to the fleet screen, we will command from the Emnier, and we will increase speed to 9. We're going to double check, make sure the AI didn't do any stuff that we really don't want it to do, like converting wild weasels and stuff. There's really no point to it. So, yeah. The reason why there's no point to it is because they really don't carry heavy enough weapons for us to care. If we were fighting Romulans, or, somebody who could, like, decimate you in a single firing pass, then it would be kind of important. But as things stand right now, not so much. Just gonna take a look. Oh, so we are charging a bit of a weird shield setup. Not quite sure why the AI decided that would be the best use, but we'll roll with it. We are not charging efficiently, it seems, as our heavy phasers are only charging half at a time. The photon torpedoes, though, are charging fine for the most part. Apparently we don't have our thing quite set up for being able to cruise at a speed of 9. We need to bring this down just a little bit. And who are we fighting? Oh, yeah. Before we forget, this is going to be important because this is the mission. Don't do this mission and you can be penalized for it, even though we could handily kill this guy. Oh, he has a couple of fighters, and he's an alphabet soup destroyer. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say, Argus, work to capture. Capturing is almost always better than destroying. You tend to get bonus prestige, except on that one mission where we lost like 500 prestige for capturing things. That was weird and kind of annoying because, it basically canceled out any gains that we had made on that mission. But yeah, closing in real slow, kind of chugging along. We have all the required data we need. Okay, if we want, we can murder. Not a big deal. He's working on taking out some fighters. And the fighters are dead. Okay. He's made his turn into us. Really? Argus literally just did that to us. Argus, what the heck, man? There was no cause for that. Oh, only selecting the one photon torpedo. So we hit him with the rest of that. Looking to capture. How many crew you got on board? Only 6. A bit too much. Come on. Really, Argus? A photon torpedo? Ah, well, we'll deal with it. Losing a couple of Marines is not great, but not the worst thing in the world in this game. They're only cost of 5, which adds up when you've got 30 Marines on the boat, but still. 320 prestige. Neutralize the tile. We're going to see if we can't shadow cap this. We don't really want to get into an actual base assault. That would be difficult, but if we can shadow cap it, well, that's a... I was hoping it would switch over for me. That's some stuff we don't need. For an aft, we are being ambushed. It's a freighter and a frigate. Okay. That's fun. And by fun, I mean kind of pointless. Why'd you even bother getting out of bed this morning, people? And once again, a little bit too high. Are we... this is probably... Oh, no, it's not. It's not even defensive tractors. What are we charging? What does the AI put points into that I don't want him to? That? Could be. I'm not entirely sure. The AI does some weird things in this game. So we're going to power up a little bit and maintain speed of about 11. That's good. Put the forward shields on. We don't need rear shields reinforced. I know the frigate is dangerous, but he's not that dangerous. So we're going to keep him on open. He can do whatever he wants. If this is just a freighter, it looks like... Yeah, it looks like a Burrell, but it's a freighter, so it'll be incredibly weakly armed. Scatter pack set and ready to go. E4YX. I think this is a police gunboat of some kind. Not 100% sure. The silhouette's not bad, actually. Burrells are really cool, but they're just so small and weak in this game. Pardon me. They really just... They can't stand up in the line of battle, which is kind of where you need to be, sort of, when you get later on in the game. Argus trying to steal some glory here. You gotta hit Argus. Nice going. Okay, I am trying to capture. I know that doesn't seem that way, but we are actually trying to capture some people. We would like to keep them. Just going to zip in here. Yeah, I mean, look at that. That's... Didn't need to do that. Misclicked. He's got 4 phaser X's. I mean, this is nothing. So we're going to let close. Put in that. He did use his weasel. I thought he used a weasel. Did you not see a weasel? Because I thought I did. Okay, maybe not. Thought I saw a weasel shuttle. Maybe I'm just losing my mind. That could very well be a thing. Order bonus prestige for fighting our way out of the ambush. We are working on that shadow cap. Because we do want to capture you without actually having to fight the base. We'll take the patrol except forfeit. It's probably an ambush, but you know. Maybe it'll take it. Enemy resistance. I'm not seeing anything too special. Okay. Thought I saw dreadnoughts for a moment. So I'll put the speed up. It's a heavy cruiser, a heavy cruiser. So 2 heavy cruisers. We are outgunned here. I'm going to kill this, because probably won't need it. ECM, also going to kill. I know some people are kind of wondering why I'm not using ECM so much. The reason is, I just don't think I need to use it that much. I mean, probably against a couple of battle cruisers. Okay, so we got a D7T, an FDW, and a D6. So we are outnumbered here. So remember how I said I wasn't going to use ECM? I'm going to charge up the ECM. It's only a point of power. If we're just trying to force them to bleed in some points of power. I'm actually getting kind of nervous about this. This could be bad. This could be a hunter-killer group, the likes of which we're not really equipped to fight. D7T, that just makes him... He'll be a normal Katenga. He's a battlecruiser type, I think, because he's got the extra nacelle on that. And I've always sort of associated that with battlecruiser. And he's a D6. Which makes him not the most deadly, because he's kind of a generation behind, but I could be wrong on that. So, you've decided to open fire. You've got the scarier looking portrait. No. No. Really? Okay, it's this mission. Things have instantly become incredibly frustrating and annoying. Now, why would I do that? Because if we don't have enough power to charge these things, we lose them. So, this mission is going to be an exercise in frustration. Beating it is getting harder or easier. I'm not quite sure which. One of those will be the case because, as you can see, we're having power problems. But as you can also see, it does sort of stretch out the engagement a bit, which could definitely work in our favor. Does he not have a forward shield? Our engines are offline again. Okay, I'm going to go proximity. I want the guaranteed hits. Oh, they decharge just enough. Heavy weapons, if you don't have enough energy to hold them, they're just going to die on you. Okay. Scatter pack, go. Ah, crap, it was too close. That sucks. Photon torpedo, range is 3, go normal. Darn it, I was hoping for actual, like, legitimate hits here. I should probably put fire into that. If we can kill this guy, or better yet, capture him, that would be great. And in order to do that, we need to actually get on and shoot them. Okay, he's out of the fight. Oh, there's the Anomaly. Yeah, there it is in all its annoying as all heck glory. He's a drone ship, complete with MIRV launchers. He's not going to suffer from the problems we have with power, because his drone launchers just reload anyway. They don't care about having sufficient power. So I'm going to close just a little bit closer. Ah! Photon torpedoes. Once again, we get hit under this gosh darn bubble, losing engine power, which is incredibly frustrating, as I think I've said for about 5 times by now. Our heavy weapons don't operate. Our phasers charge at a somewhat reduced rate. Weapons are back. No, that's the Argus. We're still struggling to do it. Come on, give me something. Anything. Fighting this close to a D-7T is kind of weird and dangerous. Nope, Argus just lost his engines. We are close enough to provide suppressing fire. And that's our engines back. Okay. So, I'm not quite sure how it rolls for how long our engines are offline for. As I've mentioned, difficult to plan for this sort of thing. Okay, that took care of him. On to the D-7T. The only reason we're doing so well, and I kind of do think that we're doing pretty well here, is because this fight is getting stretched out. I mean, this Anomaly, as much as I hate it, it did change the fight from us fighting 3 heavy cruisers to us fighting 1 heavy cruiser at a time. Eventually, we will actually fight the enemy. That sort of deal. Engines are back online for both ships. That's good. I want to close. I want to actually be able to fire these photon torpedoes, but I worry that if I wait too long, the engines will shut down, which, as you can guess, quite a horrible thing. Ugh. Right at the point when I figure I can actually get a shot through, the engines shut down. Point defense is still fully on the case, though, here. Both of us trying to turn a little bit. I kind of want to bring my G phasers into the play, but I can't. So we're going to slowly wait this one out. Wait for the engines to come back online. We are slightly out of range for the G phasers, I think. Regular phasers, however, operating just fine. Punched through. Our engines are back online. That's not for us, I don't think. We got to turn this side away, which is incredibly difficult when you've got no speed at all. Argus, you can break formation and just go after him if you want. Engines still waiting. Still trying to work through. Engines are back. Okay. Took a couple of shots to the front. However, we have a couple of photon torpedoes that are about to come back online, and it's going to be point blank. Which is the best place for a photon torpedo to be. Come on, give me photon torpedo fire. There we go. Whew, that mission. We did get lucky on it. I mean, I hate this Anomaly because it makes the fight so stop, start, stop, start, but it did change the fight so it was us against one at a time rather than us against an actual concerted fleet. Which is good, I suppose, but frustrating. Okay, we took the planet. That's great. And we're going to convoy raid. Because convoy raids are fun. To a certain extent. I know I think I've mentioned this before. I'm not a huge fan of, like, relying on the enemy to, relying on the enemy doing something in order for me to be able to win the mission. And I'm going... no, I'll accept that. That's fine. Turn off the electronic warfare. Freighter, 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 freighter. Is he seriously? I think he might be. This might be the enemy. In all of his powerful glory. Once again, AI, what you doing? Up! There's the escort. I know he's labeled as a freighter, but he's an escort. He's a little tiny police escort. You're coming my way, though, so we're going to shoot at you and, well, laugh about it. Just double-checking my timing a bit. What are you? Just... Huh, that's interesting. That's a pretty cool design. I wonder what that is. I have no idea. If you know, let me know, because that's cool. It kind of reminds me, and it's got the portrait of the Federation normal freighter in this game. Yeah, I guess he's the support. Poor guy. The normal Federation freighter, which we haven't seen, I don't know if they just changed it completely. Seriously, if they changed completely sort of what it was, or if it's just a type that we haven't seen yet. Normally it kind of looks like this. It looks like this portrait here, but it sort of looks like this. It's a cylinder with 4 warp engines at the back. I like them. I think they're pretty cool. I kind of always wanted like a Q-ship version that was sort of built like a fire support ship. In the original version of this game, there was a Federation cruiser that was called a fire support ship, and what it had was, I think it was 4 or 6 photon torpedoes that fired out the port or starboard side. It didn't shoot forward, but it shot to the side, so you could circle a fight and shoot on into it. And I think sort of broadside photon torpedo launchers would be kind of cool. This is, after all, sort of tall ships in space. So, I like the idea. FNT. No idea what that stands for. Not sure what that means. But I'm going to see what I can do with proximity photon torpedoes. Nope, you just pulled in range of proximities, so I can't bombard you like that. Oh, we got a hit. So 1 out of 3. Wow, really? He's not backing it. Oh no, we are shooting into an attack shift. Oh, the shuttle. Duh. Wasn't big enough attention to us while whistle. But yeah, that's the power of ECM if you actually have something that makes a difference when using it. So he was actually one of the freighters, so that one freighter was the only real defense they had. I don't think I'm going to bother stacking up the I don't think I'm going to bother setting up the scatter pack to go after something. I don't think it's necessary. Because as you can see, we're just sort of knifing through this convoy without a care in the world. I'm going to up the speed to maximum. We're going to come after you, buddy. You can run, but you can't hide. All that. Actually, you can't run, and there's no place to hide, so you're just kind of screwed. And convoy work. Cutting off the planet even more. It's exactly what we want to do. Cause some havoc. I figure if we cut off the planet enough, you know, it'll fall. I don't know if there's a defense rating or something that I'm trying to beat out on this planet, but we attacked it quite a few times. And it did not fall. We're going to go to supply. No damage on any of our ships. We're going to go to the shipyard. XDG, that's the guided one. It's a ton of missiles, which I'm somewhat tempted to take purely for that one mission where we had to fight in the with the Anomaly around. The advantage of missile launchers, they cost no power, so you never run into a situation where an Anomaly kicks in and suddenly you have no power to shoot anything. Which is frustrating and annoying. Come on, MDR, just go over here. Ugh. I was hoping that if I flew the MDR through the mission, that it would stay there. Someone suggested that might be a solution to this problem, but sadly it does not appear to be working. So we just have to constantly hop back into the MDR every time. Frustrating? Yes, but we will deal with frustrating. All done there. You need a ton of Marines because we spent a bunch, and you use your hit and run raids way more than we do. So that's important. And we'll give you a ton of spare parts. And yes, I'm spending money that I don't need to, but sometimes I don't care. Back to the map. Back to the action. Flip up here. We are really on the border here. Mission. Asteroid base assault. I will accept that. And the reason I will accept that is because the asteroid base doesn't have shields. It'll have 4 phaser 4s and 4 phaser 3s, which is fine by me. And hop over real quick. MDR, you are the leader of this squadron. despite what anybody ever says. 4 points of ECM! What the heck, AI? When would you ever need that? Don't need that. We're not fighting a plasma race, I don't think. But we might. Suddenly, you know, plasma shows up. That would be horrific and terrible. But I don't think that's the case. Speed up to a speed of 9. We'll take this moment. Drop that down to Zippo. So I can sort of see how much... I had no energy to play with because I didn't change my capacitor settings. Up to a speed of 15. We've got another freighter. They love these freighters. And it's a third nacelle frigate. Which kind of makes me think like some kind of battle frigate. Tell me for sure, what do we got? Sending out a probe, see what we can look at. It's almost like he hasn't noticed we're here yet. Range. Come on, probe, get in range. We know that he's got shield, but the asteroid base doesn't. So what are you telling me? Scatterback's all set and ready to go, and we can definitely overwhelm him. He's got decent shields. I mean, that is... His shields were okay. He's also escorted by another frigate. So I'm assuming the frigate might be an X-frigate. I'm not sure. I can't really see the third nacelle. Okay, I'm just going to check this. So he's got 5 phaser X's, 2 disruptors, a missile launcher, and a weak. And he is... I'm going to guess just a normal F5 frigate. Check. Yeah, it's an F5WX. So, yeah. He's not going to be much of a challenge at all. Oh, as long as I'm on this screen, I should go back. Reinforce power. All the power to that frontal shield. We're going to focus on the F5 because it's more dangerous. I really wish Argus I could order go tango with him. For freighter, he does have good shields. And Argus, I want you to pull back. Yeah. Come on, Argus. Shoot him. Do you really not have weapons available? I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a second. But I'm going to ignore him. Because, well, I'm going to focus on the F5. I do think it's the more dangerous of the two. Because one is an actual proper frigate. Ooh! He spread that out. Not bad. One's a proper frigate, the other one is apparently a freighter. At least according to this game. And now that I've basically neutered the F5, we're going to try and give him a shot. If I can bring you into the Phaser G arc, I'm going to pull around the other side, and we'll lay into you with the port side ones. Ripping through that rear shield, causing some shock damage. He's been hurt. He's down to 8 speed, down from 15. There's the asteroid base. Just kind of keep that in mind. We don't have for all one. I have to wander throughout the whole map trying to figure out where the heck did it go. Offline. Doing that just to give me more power, because I like power. It's also the best line in Starfleet Armada 2. The Burrell captains, give me more power! Yeah, I like that game. I actually got that game in when it came in the 4-disc box. It was this combo pack. It had Elite Force, the tactical expansion upgrade thing, complete with the Voyager wandering around mode, and Starfleet Armadas 1 and 2. And it was awesome. And if you have not played any of those games, I highly suggest you hunt them down, because they're fantastic. Elite Force is probably the best Star Trek shooter that's ever been made, and I know that seems a little bit weird, but it's true. And Armada, well, Armada is amazing. It's a real-time strategy, more so than this even. It's like a proper traditional real-time strategy with Star Trek. And it was so popular that there is a massive group of Sins of the Solar Empire modders who have made Star Trek Armada 3 because their love for Armada 1 and 2 was so great. And it really is a great game. But enough about other games. Focusing back on this one. We're gonna loop in nice and slowly on this freighter. He probably can't stop us. I mean, let's be honest here. What's he got? He's the insufferable. See, even his friends didn't like him. So that'll be enough, I think, to end you. Okay, focus on the asteroid base. Speed up time. Going to turn you back onto normal mode. Because why not? And we will select these, because these are long-range heavy weapons. Is that shield reinforcement set up? Yes, it is. So the plan here is the plan that we've seen several times. We're going to fly up to the target. We're going to slow down and stop at maximum range. And then... I forgot. Then after we do that, we're just going to shell it until it dies. So the fact that it doesn't have shields makes this really easy. And, you know, the fact that we have heavy photon torpedoes instead of normal photon torpedoes makes it even easier. So, life is going to be good. We're going to slow down now because we don't want to get too close. We don't want to take too much damage from that. After all, who wants to die? Not us. I feel comfortable here. Select the primary weapon group, and now begin the long, slow process of sieging out an asteroid base. We will kill it. There's no doubt of that. He doesn't have enough firepower to kill us. So yeah. Just gonna sit here and fire and fire and fire. Fun fact about this game. See how this is spinning? Yeah, that's not like normal. If you were to be piloting this asteroid base, it wouldn't spin. The AI automatically makes itself rotate, which is kind of interesting and weird when you think about it, because I would imagine that like star bases would just do this naturally. Now, I hear that someone was trying to make a Babylon 5 mod, and that one of the problems was that Babylon 5 would like spin like that, and not on the proper axis. But yeah, so we're just going to sit here and shell everything. It's nice having heavy photon torpedoes. The fact that they do the full strength of a photon torpedo, even at maximum range, well, that really helps. The fact that we're also in an X ship that has shields as strong as most dreadnoughts also definitely helps. Let's go plow into him over and over. He will die eventually. It could take a little while. You missed both of them. That's because I'm a bit of a fool. Let's resolve this. So we want that button. Ordering him to fire in special weapon mode will tell him to fire his proximities, rather than, you know, continually wasting away firing his normal photon torpedoes, which won't hit anything. I mean, from a range of 19, they're, what, 12% accurate? Less? More? I'm not quite sure. All I know is that once you hit range 8 on normal photon torpedo, that's 50%. Look at that. That was a good shot. I don't know what he hit, but it was something important. No, we have fought too many, like, major star bases to want to, like, get into a tussle with this one. I mean, we've all seen what happens. Major sector command posts show up, and they just annihilate us. That's something nobody wants to deal with. I mean, seriously, we had 2 heavy cruisers, and they just wiped us out. Not something I want to ever fight again. Something that I'm definitely a fan of shadow capping because of that. I know it might not be quite as exciting to be zipping through space and blasting everything left, right, and center, but we do want to finish this campaign at some point, and constantly getting our ships blown up by ramming into sector command posts, well, that wouldn't be fun. Now, if we hadn't lost to the intergalactic juggernaut, maybe we would have a dreadnought squadron by now that could do it. But even then, I'm not so sure. I mean, we just get absolutely destroyed by the big sector command posts. I don't really know what could take it on. But that's neither here nor there. Let's see how we did on the mission. Give me the screen. 180 prestige. That's kind of disappointing, not gonna lie. I have to accept this patrol. So you know what, actually, we're going to leave it there for today. I think we've done a good amount of work. Once again, we've managed to cut off Kronos, and we do know this is Kronos. And we've captured this planet up here. I don't think there's a whole lot left. I mean, this is ours now. This is probably empty space and maybe a base station around here or something. Yeah. So we're going to continue cleaning up here, and then we'll come back to Kronos, and we'll throw our heads against the wall a couple more times, see if we can't take it. And then wipe out this campaign. Until that happens, though, if you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next episode.